Hello, Nathan Hale graduates. I'm Lillian, your 2020 class president. Welcome to your virtual graduation. I am so proud of each and every one of you. It's been 4 long years, but we did it. I know this is not what you envisioned your graduation to look like and feel like, but at least we're not sitting on our turf outside in 80-degree weather or in the pouring down rain. So, yes. People always say that things never turn out how you plan them to, and that you should always make the most out of it. In all my years here, this year has been the most full of change, so I'm doing what I can to make the most out of it. We're in the middle of some historic events right now, and our graduating class will always be remembered, and that's pretty amazing. When we look back, let's appreciate the good times and acknowledge the bad times and recognize all the times in between, because everything we experience makes us who we are, and everything that we've done has brought us here today. Our lives are filled with the unexpected, and that's what makes it beautiful. So as we move forward, remember that it's okay when our plans change, and it's okay when things suck sometimes. But today, you're graduating, and you should be so happy about that and be proud of yourselves. You are all strong, smart, capable, beautiful people who accomplish wonderful things. Congratulations. Now, I would like to introduce our principal, Dr. Hudson, who will present the class of 2020.
At this time of year, I think about what to say in regards to the senior class and how to present them to Superintendent Juneau. The class of 2020 is like no other. Surviving a pandemic is not what they planned for the second half of the senior year. And more importantly, working to end injustice in our world is a big part of the end of their last public year in school. However, this group of seniors is resilient beyond measure. They have had the tenacity to persevere through the toughest times to meet their graduation requirements and earn many awards in the process. Tonight is about these fine young adults, and I would like to tell you who comprises the class of 2020. We have 19 seniors who earned the seal of biliteracy on their diploma by testing that they can speak, read, and write in a second language. Many of the students were part of performing arts groups, choir, band, orchestra, and theater, and they entertained us over 4 years with stunning performances. Many of the students competed in metro or postseason play in a variety of sports while keeping their grades up to be academically eligible. Over half of the seniors were part of sports teams. We have strong clubs because they were led by these amazing seniors. Many of these students were part of the yearbook team and members of the school newspaper, The Sentinel, and they contributed to that newspaper with fine articles. 14 students earned an award for dedicated service to our community by amassing over 200 hours of service. Many students were one of our Hale ambassadors, translating at elementary, middle, and high school events. 30 students received an academic award or were recognized as patriots for outstanding accomplishment and service to our community. 10 students earned a 4.0 GPA. Over 100 students earned a 3.6 GPA or above and have honor cords. All of our students completed community service, the Hale Action Project, or their portfolio, and all the credits they were supposed to earn to graduate. Here, my friends, are the young people demonstrating that they are honorable, thinking, skillful, global citizens ready to enter our society, the class of 2020. We need to thank the people who got them here. First, we need to thank your family and friends, and your teachers and mentors. We wholeheartedly thank you for all that you have given to the class of 2020. Now, class of 2020, I am proud of you, your families are proud of you, and our staff is proud of you for making it through some of the toughest years in school and learning many of life's lessons. I challenge you to take these habits of mind, habits of heart, and habits of work forward into the society to make a positive difference for others. I challenge you to counter injustices in the world. I challenge you to become a socially conscientious individual that makes the world a better place, not just for yourself, but for others. This will make your life more fulfilling when you help others. What you do does make a difference in our community, in our world, and especially in our own life. I have much hope for our future because I have spent 4 growth-filled years with all of you. I congratulate you on your accomplishments and remind you that success is a journey, not a destination. Whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will look back on your years at Nathan Hale High School as having prepared you to meet and embrace the challenges that life will present. On behalf of myself and the staff at Nathan Hale High School, may the future be yours. Superintendent Juneau, as principal, I certify that each student of the class of 2020 at Nathan Hale have completed the district and state requirements and the increased graduation requirements we have here at Nathan Hale, and is more than eligible to receive a diploma from Seattle Public Schools. May I present to you the Nathan Hale graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm Denise Juneau, Seattle Public Schools Superintendent. When I was a young girl growing up on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation in Montana, I would never have dreamed my path would lead to Seattle Public Schools. My story takes me from Head Start to Harvard. I've had the opportunity to lead public education for the state of Montana, and I was the first American Indian woman elected to a statewide executive office anywhere in the country. I'm also a proud product of public education. It was my community and my education in public schools that set me up to take advantage of opportunities that have come my way. And I've learned a lot along my journey. As you take this next big step, here are some tips for the road. Breaking news: adults don't have it all figured out. We just act like we do. So embrace uncertainty and know that learning never ends. It's okay to fail. In fact, it's better than okay. It is necessary to create new and innovative solutions. And that's something we really need right now as a nation and global community. And if you have a good idea, act on it. Don't wait. Trust yourself. The world needs your brilliance. You are such a special class of young people because you have already proven that you can roll with the punches, that you can thrive even in the middle of a global pandemic. You have demonstrated that you have the will and skill to get through whatever life throws at you. You are ready. And you are already leading by showing up and advocating for change, supporting each other, and doing it with courage and bravery. You have earned this celebration of all of your hard work. I urge you now to take your education and walk through the doors of opportunity as they open to you. Believe in yourself and believe that no dream is out of reach. Make your voice heard and take leadership roles wherever you find yourself. The world needs your voice, your skills, your knowledge, and your inspiring stories of success. Graduates, as you receive your diploma, know that all of your fans, your family, friends, and community are also very proud of what you've accomplished. When you succeed, each and every one of us benefits. I congratulate you, class of 2020. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, Superintendent Juneau, for those inspiring words. I would now like to welcome Brenda Ruvalcaba to share some words of wisdom.
My name is Brenda Ruvalcaba, and I'm a 2020 graduate. No one is born hating another person. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Nelson Mandela. Dear class of 2020, we made it. After all the obstacles and unpredicted outcomes of the world, we graduated. And let me tell you, I have been witness to the growth in each one of you all, in each of my teachers. I have witnessed how much we have learned together, but most importantly, how much you have taught me. I moved to Seattle in 2017 with my mom. Imagine what it is like to move to a country where if you're part of the minority, you have more chances to fail than to be successful. Now imagine being alone in that country with your undocumented single mother. From the first day I arrived at Nathan Hale, you were welcoming. Not going to lie, that first step into Mr. Feigl-Stickel's class was intimidating. But from the moment I sat on my group table, Sophie Duron asked my name. Then, Daisy Bohon gave me her welcome. People were talking to me and I would not know what to answer because I was shocked that they were actually trying to get to know me. Nathan Hale, you taught me kindness. My favorite class was Ms. Volkman's language arts. It was definitely the most challenging one because I kept trying to fit my standards of writing with those of Americans, and I often failed to do so. But when she explained to me that my style of writing was one of the best in her class, I felt as if she was giving me an Oscar. It meant so much to me because she made me see my uniqueness in a positive way. I stopped trying to fit the American style of writing and continued doing it my way. Nathan Hale taught me that different is good. Then, basketball season came. I had no motivation to try out. Basketball is a game where communication is key, and I was not ready for that. Or so I believed. But who would have thought that they will become my family 2 years later? Nathan Hale, you taught me inclusion. In junior year, things just got better for me. I was introduced to the Associated Student Body. Believe me, I was surprised. How could I, who struggles to make arguments in English, become a member of such a leadership team? I felt honored, but with such honor, responsibilities came too. I have to speak up now. I can't be silenced, I thought. My classmates gave me the time to gain confidence on my abilities to articulate. They were patient whenever I couldn't make myself clear. They taught me how to be empathetic. Nathan Hale showed me how understanding its students can be. With more confidence in my communication skills, I transitioned into senior year. I met much more people in my senior year than I have ever had throughout high school. Everything was going great, but good things eventually come to an end. The last week of my first month into senior year, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer stage 3. The only person who is in this battle towards success with me, her life in danger. I felt more alone than ever. I thought, wow, I really have no one here who could help me and my mother. No person who I could seek for economic assistance or who could even just tell me that everything was going to be okay. I had to go to school with the thought of my mother being alone in her infusions and treatments because she wouldn't let me skip school to be with her. I had to go to school with the thought of my mother working 8 hours after she had just been in chemotherapy. It was a torture. But you, Nathan Hale, class of 2020, teachers and staff, you were there. Perhaps you did not know what was going on in my life, but you were there for me. Whenever my classmates in leadership class listened to my opinions and ideas and made me feel like they mattered, they were there. Whenever Hemani, Deborah, or Anil said hello in the hallways, they were there. Whenever Mr. Engler made discussion circles about life, he was there. Whenever Waitbright encouraged me to create festivities to celebrate my culture, she was there. You all who take a chance to get to know me this year, you were there. You teachers who were patient with me and valued my input in class, you were there. Thank you, Nathan Hale, for being there for me. Nathan Hale, dear class of 2020, although you are not perfect, you helped me when I had been rejected. You showed me that there is kindness in America. You taught me that you can change people by simply being empathetic. You showed me that family is more than a gene. It is about being there with solidarity. That the most simple act of kindness can be someone else's support. You gave me hope. And I know you all will be successful because you are kind. You will change America. Thank you.
would now like to introduce our next student speaker, Miss Eliza Cosgrove.
Hello, families, friends, and faculty of Nathan Hale. Before I begin my speech, I would like to take a moment of silence for the victims of racist police brutality and their families. Victims like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor should not be forgotten, and it's important, especially as a majority white institution, that we think about these injustices every day. Let us not let big events overshadow the oppression within the world we currently live. Let us remember that these deaths are not the result of one incident, but rather a side effect of historically and systemically racist law enforcement and government in America. I would like to take a 15-second moment of silence now. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Eliza Cosgrove. For those who do, I know you may want to roll your eyes and go, "Oh God, the loud girl from language arts class is talking again," but this may be the last time you ever have to hear my voice, so congratulations. As someone who's lived in Seattle their whole life and had their whole academic career in Seattle Public Schools, I've noticed something about this class. The class of 2020 spends a lot of time looking towards the future. We exist in a place where our minds are always imagining what our lives may look like in 4, 10, 30 years, maybe even wondering if our planet will still be able to sustain life at the end of our lifetime. I'm sure we all had different ideas of what 2020 would be like before it began, but so far, it's been pretty unpredictable. I am, of course, guilty of this as well. Since I was born, I was always ready for the next thing. Literally, I was 6 weeks premature. I was ready to get going. I imagined on my first day of freshman year what it would be like to reach this day. I spent lunches piled in my friends' cars, chatting about how we dressed for prom, even though it felt eons away. I was envisioning my life far, far away from here. I and many of my peers spent so much time focused on what could be in the future that we never stopped to notice what we had in the moment. I'm not one to sugarcoat, so let's call it like we see it. High school is really hard. It is mean and vicious. Our bodies and minds are being stressed beyond belief, and we still try and identify ourselves as some sort of teen movie archetype because it can feel easier to be attached to a character from a Disney Channel original movie than it is to be yourself. A lot of times, it's thought that the big moments like graduation and prom are what may make high school worth it. For so long, I thought the best moments of high school would be the last days of my senior year, counting down the seconds till the monotone ringing of the bell was heard. I thought the most important moments of high school were the huge landmarks, and I used a lot of brain energy looking forward towards those and imagining the last month of my high school career. And although these landmarks are exciting and fun, I do not think they are the be-all, end-all of important high school moments. Throughout our 4 years at Hale, there have been small but golden moments. I have laughed harder with people here than with anyone else. I have cried with people. I have screamed with people, both out of excitement and fear. But I never realized how important these moments were when they were happening. And then, in March, the strangest thing happened. I realized when we were abruptly out of school how much joy Hale brought into my life on a daily basis that went unnoticed. I'm not going to lie and say it was waking up early every morning or a math worksheet. Sorry, Mr. Comiskey. However, there were many moments in my third period statistics class where I sat with my friends and joked around about the silliest little things. Even on the worst days of my time at Hale, there were peers who made my life better and teachers who taught me how to grow from my experiences instead of letting them hurt me. Don't get me wrong, it's been great spending time with my family over this time we've had off, and I've become quite the cribbage player. However, nothing compares to the moments I had surrounded by these people graduating with me today and the teachers that guided us. Nothing can beat the jokes about women in trains with Mr. Renoir, the countless late nights of the Sentinel layouts, arguing with Mr. Greenway, the whole time both of us trying not to smile because even we know it's ridiculous, the amounts of times I've gotten a warm smile from admin in the hallways, and so much more. Now that these moments have been taken from me unexpectedly, I know never to take any small thing for granted again. So class of 2020, as you go into your next chapter in life, whether that's college, work, or anything else, I encourage you to not look into the future and enjoy the little things. As you are grounded more in the present, you will notice just how beautiful even the most everyday things can be. Even in the uncertainty, there can be happiness. This is something I'm trying to learn myself.
So go forward and do amazing things. And thank you, Nathan Hale's staff, teachers, and the class of 2020 for all the beautiful little moments. Kamani Kalia, our school president, will now share a closing piece.
Class of 2020, we've come a long way. Senior year has looked much different than anything else ever. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and it's tough because we're trying to find ourselves too. We're trying to make the necessary decisions to set ourselves up for life beyond high school. We're entering the real world. We're taking steps closer to our dreams, our goals, our desires. Things look different at the moment, and times may be stressful for a lot of us right now. So I ask that you take a deep breath and take a look back in the time real quick. Look how much you've grown through the years. Like I've said before, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's how we're able to grow and become the best versions of ourselves. Remember what it felt like to be a freshman and the anxiety and stress of coming to a new place, a new school, a new community, a new adventure. Look back and be proud of yourself for how much you've grown through the years with new obstacles and growing pains every year. Look where we are now, young, strong, beautiful young adults, ready to take on whatever comes next in our lives. For all the times you didn't think you were going to make it, look at you now. High school isn't the easiest process, but looking back at it, it's one of the most beautiful things to see and experience. I mean this with all my heart when I say there is no other group of students I would have wanted to grow with, grow closer with, make bonds and relationships with, and make memorable memories with for 4 years. To the people I would have in all of my classes, to the people I would only see in certain passing periods, I see you and I appreciate you, and I'm genuinely excited to see where all of our lives take us. Now, to commemorate our graduation ceremony, it is time to turn our tassels. Nathan Hale High School, class of 2020, with your left hand, please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap. Congratulations, we are now officially high school graduates. I have great amounts of faith in all of you and in all the goals you have for yourself, and I have great amounts of love and appreciation for all of you as well. Thank you for everything.